I'm wondering if I wear this headband throughout the whole video, if you'll be able to take me seriously or not. Hello and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, or welcome if you are brand new. My name is Melissa for those who don't know me, and I post videos about Bath & Body Works since I was a part-time manager there for about 6 years. Besides Bath & Body Works content, I do also post an occasional decluttering or cleaning motivation video, so if those are videos that you are into, then make sure you subscribe down below. It's important that you subscribe because I'm actually getting really close to a milestone. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. So once I am at 2,000 subscribers, I plan on hosting a huge Bath & Body Works giveaway that will have 2 winners, so make sure you subscribe and let's get on to the video. As you can tell, for the occasion I am dressed for my birthday, so today is my birthday special. One of my viewers gave me the idea to do a top 12 favorite fragrances of all time video in honor of my birthday, which was on June 12th, so that's what I'm doing today. So in this top 12 I am going to actually split it in half, 6 body care fragrances that are my favorites and then 6 candle fragrances that are my favorites. I do have my obvious favorites that I can just kind of rattle off the top of my head when people ask me what's your favorite, but to really list them like this was actually a challenge. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope that we share some favorites. This video goes nicely hand in hand with the fact that semi-annual sale has just begun, so hopefully if you enjoy some of these fragrances you may find them at the semi-annual sale this summer. So we are going to go backwards, working up to my top favorite, most obvious, but in 6th place I chose Vanilla Snowflake. This one, I love burning this not only during Christmas time, but actually it's great for January and February as well. This candle has notes of frozen vanilla, iced fir needles, mint leaf, and coconut flakes. So I always stand firm that this vanilla is much better than Vanilla Bean Noel, even though that's kind of their classic vanilla winter scent. It's nice because it's creamy and gourmand from the coconut and the vanilla, but because it's got some of those kind of evergreen fir needles in there and also the mint leaf, it really helps bring like an iciness, like a brightness that vanillas normally don't have by themselves. So I just love the crisp vanilla beanness of this candle, and it burns very nicely. My 6th favorite body care fragrance, I actually was tied. I had already listed all my other 5 in order, and then for my last one I was tied between 3 of them, and I just could not decide between the 3. So I actually put the 3 on my arm and then had both my mom smell it and Jose smell it, and they both, without knowing it, agreed on this one to be on my list, and that fragrance is Coconut Pineapple. This one will be at the semi-annual sale, I believe, in a different style packaging. I have not worn this very much yet, but I do plan on wearing it a lot this summer, and it's just the best smell on me. I think it smells really good on my skin. The notes are shaped coconut, fresh pineapple, and sugar cane. And it's nice because it really is a pineapple forward fragrance, but coconut really does me justice on my skin. So when you add that kind of creaminess, it makes it so it's not just like a citrusy pineapple, but more of a creamy pina colada pineapple. I think they just did an excellent job with this fragrance. So if you're a pina colada kind of person, definitely pick some of these up at the semi-annual sale. In 5th place for candles, I chose Fiji White Sands. This is kind of an interesting packaging that I found in my collection. This is probably my favorite candle if I want to go for a tropical vibe. It has kind of a creamy coconut style smell to it without having necessarily coconut in it. The notes are fresh sugarcane, white nectarine, and sandalwood. What I would have chosen, if not this candle, is actually one that they used to have, and it was very short-lived, but it was called, I think, Coconut Leaves, and it was a blend of coconut and nectarine, and something about that blend together was just, when I burnt it, it was just a smell to die for. I was obsessed with it. So this one is very similar to the Coconut Leaves candle that would have been my favorite, so this is kind of its replacement because it does come back every summer, spring kind of time at Bath & Body Works. Similarly to the Fiji White Sands and the home fragrance is my 5th favorite body care fragrance, Waikiki Beach Coconut. This is the moisturizing body wash, and this one has notes of tropical white coconut, saltwater breezes, and sun-bleached woods. Besides the moisturizing body wash from last year, I do also have quite the extensive collection of it, plus a couple novelty fun items from a long time ago. Waikiki Beach Coconut was one of my very first kind of signature fragrances that I really identified with. It was, I think the summer that I started working there, I kind of went in and wanted to try some body care. But this one was kind of the fragrance that started it all. That one and the one that's in first place, which I will show you later. But this one is kind of like a Melissa OG, if that makes sense. So I have it in the moisturizing body wash from last year. I have some left in my glitter mist. I think this one's actually from the year before last year, so 2020. But I like to use that shimmer directly on my skin so that I'm all glittery sometimes. There was one year that they brought Waikiki Beach Coconut back in March and they made it blue, and I remember everyone thinking that was super weird, and I did not like it as a blue fragrance. Waikiki Beach Coconut just smells green, if you know what I mean. So I have it in the blue fine fragrance mist for whatever reason. I think that was the year 2017. You can see that I'm starting to need a refill on that one, so I might need to pick some up at semi-annual sale. In 2018, they had a line of shower jellies in the tropical collection, and these ones are so much fun to use in the shower. They do jiggle, and when you jiggle, you can kind of like feel it bouncing around in there. Oh, it smells so good. But yeah, see, that's kind of a fun... It does kind of like come out if you do this long enough, it will start to pour out, but you can kind of like mess it all up and stuff. You can kind of like mess it all up like that and it will just go back to its normal shape. Yeah, but I love to kind of crunch that up. I remember before COVID days, we used to have testers of these at the sink and we could let the customers kind of play and try it out and then wash their hands with it afterwards. Now I wish I had a sink right now. This one is kind of rare by now, but when I very first got it my first year, I got the little glass bottle perfume of it. So this was quite special. It did come in like a large box that was very decorative, if I remember correctly. But as you can see, I'm kind of sparing when I come to use this. I usually only wear perfumes for like when I'm going out and being fancy. I kind of want to keep this bottle forever because I think it's special. Okay, in fourth place for candles, I chose Marshmallow Fireside, and I do have it in 2 different packagings in my collection. Of course, they've made many, many packagings, as this is one that comes out every fall and Christmas time. But here's the 2 that I have right now. This one was a part of the Camp Winter collection. From I want to say 2018 or 19 maybe. And then this one was from a fall collection when they did kind of those woodland critters. They've done woodland critters like 2 years in a row, and this one was from the first year that they did it. But you can't go wrong with Marshmallow Fireside. It's one of those like unproblematic fragrances. I feel like everybody just loves this candle. And when it burns, it's not too smoky, but it's also not too sweet either. It's just the perfect balance. So the fragrance notes are toasted marshmallow, smoldering woods, fire roasted vanilla, and crystallized amber. I am not a fan of musky candles, and from the notes it sounds like this would be musky or cologne-y, but it really isn't. It has this nice gourmand campfire marshmallowy goodness going on with it. So that one definitely makes my top 6, but also in 4th place. For body care, 4th place goes to Santa's Blueberry Shortbread, which is kind of a weird one for me. I'm kind of surprised I chose this in some ways, but I was wearing it last Christmas and in January, and I just couldn't get enough of it. Every time I sprayed myself, I just wanted to just like kind of bury my nose into my shirt and just like smell myself. So I have it in the fine fragrance mist. Here it is in the body lotion. I don't have the cream, but the cream was a very cute packaging. This was a part of the Land of Sweets collection that they had back in 2019. The notes are baked blueberry, crumbled shortcake, and whipped cream. And then here is the body wash, or I have about half a bottle of that. But it's got kind of a cute little cityscape, like winter storefronts there. This is just the ultimate gourmand fragrance. It's very similar to Christmas cookies, except it's got a little hint of that fruity kick in there. Very similar to the blueberry pie candle. Something about the way that this goes on my skin just smells so good. It smells like bakery shortbread. I love this even more than strawberry pound cake, which I know is pretty popular amongst gourmand lovers. For novelty items, that year they had made a line of bubble baths and salts, and so I do have some of those left in this fragrance, and I wish they would do more novelty items, honestly. I just love when they make something that's kind of visually pleasing and something outside of your standard shower gel, body lotion, or cream and fragrance mist. And so I love that. I just love the pigment of these salts. So pretty. Oh, and the fragrance in the salts is super strong. So as you can tell that I had been enjoying that, but in a sparingly way. Like I could use that up in one bath probably, but I just don't want to. One day it will happen though. Third favorite candle of all time is actually one that I do not currently have in my collection because I burnt it. But it does come back every once in a while. It did come back last Christmas, but it is Peppermint Marshmallow, and the notes are crushed peppermint, fluffy marshmallows, and powdered sugar. So that one would be my third place, but just so that I can have something to show you, a very close tie that I do have in my collection right now would be Twisted Peppermint. I love this in the home fragrance even more than the body care. The body care is nice, but something about the way this burns, it's just got that icy, cold, chili smell. It's very zesty, even more so than the body care, which is more sweet. But the notes on this one are cool peppermint, sugared snow, and vanilla buttercream. Oh, and fresh balsam. So once again, I love it when they pair these kind of sweeter, more foodie fragrances with the crispness of the Christmas tree smell. It's just so clean and powerful and minty. And then I have this one here. I love that packaging. It's so cute. The little alpine collection that they had last Christmas. I had to snag up one of those. That one, I love to burn it every winter, but I can't wait to get my hands on a peppermint marshmallow one because I love that one even more. It's pretty much the same as Twisted Peppermint, except the marshmallow note brings out more of that creaminess, and so it's just like a buttery, creamy version of Twisted Peppermint. So in third place for body care is one that has been discontinued for a while, but I have talked about it on my channel before, and that is Lavender Apricot. I love the color. Isn't that cute? So the notes on this one are dewy lavender leaves, spring apricot, I almost said Lady Gaga. Lady Gala apple, magnolia bloom, and cashmere woods. This was back in the day when they had more notes than just like 3-note fragrances. So you can really tell what's going on in this fragrance. Here is a close-up look at that beautiful packaging. Super cute. I am not one for floral, so this is a great one for me during spring because lavender is something that I really enjoy wearing, and it's not floral at all, really. It's more of like that kind of cozy herbaceous paired with the fruitiness from the apricot. Here is the body cream, and it's just the perfect blend for me, and it smells so good with my body chemistry. As you can see, I am burning through it. I'm starting to get low on the cream, and I do have a backup of, I think, one more lotion or cream. I'm sad that they have not made this. Very similar to it is the Cozy Sunday Morning. The Cozy Sunday Morning isn't nearly as fruity as the lavender and spring apricot, but it comes very, very close, and I'm hoping to find that one at semi-annual sale so I can pair it with this and kind of keep the lavender theme going on, because I do love wearing lavender, and this one is perfect because it's not like baby powder. It's more like a vibrant, fruity, but also almost gourmand from the lavender. Oh, it just smells so good. Like, I can't even describe it. It almost doesn't even smell like lavender or apricot in a way. It just makes its own blend to smell like this kind of like playful, fruity. It's just perfect. I love it. Second place for home fragrance. I do not have a candle of this at the moment, but I do know that they usually bring it back every year, if not in stores, at least as an online exclusive, and that is Cider Lane. Cider Lane is the best. I love it. I'm addicted to it. It's kind of interesting because I am a team pumpkin person. I do love apples as well. But when it comes to the pumpkin candles, they have like a similarness that I just love all of it. And so there's not one specific pumpkin candle that I can really choose to say that it's my favorite. So I ended up not having any pumpkin candles on my list, which is surprising to me because that's kind of like my favorite genre of candles is pumpkin candles. But Cider Lane, it's definitely, if I could only have one candle from the fall floor sets to purchase and I only get one, it would probably be that one because A, it burns well, it's very strong, it's got gourmand from the caramel and then fruity and spiciness from the apple. It's just so delicious. So the notes on Cider Lane are warm caramel, Granny Smith apple, and brown sugar and clove. I don't really smell much clove. It's not a very spicy candle. It's more of a sweet, rich, gourmand candle. It literally smells like carameled apples, but it's very like gooey and caramely. In my collection, things that I would suggest if you wanted to get your hands on Cider Lane but don't have that as an option. The Wicked Apple, which is just a duplicate of Caramel Apple, is a very close tie to Cider Lane. Cider Lane is definitely better though. This one is Ghostly Green Apple, Creepy Caramel Drizzle, and Vicious Vanilla Bean. So very, very similar. Even more similar than the Wicked Apple, in my opinion, is the Old Fashioned Cider Donut. It must be that cider note in there that they were really trying to replicate. Last year, I don't think they had Cider Lane available at all. Maybe it was an online exclusive, but I don't think it was in stores, and I think it's because they had the Old Fashioned Cider Donut instead. But the notes on this one are Old Fashioned Cake Donut, Baked Apple, sprinkled with brown sugar and cinnamon. So once again, very similar notes. I've not actually burnt this one before, and this one I have burnt, but I've never smelled this one while it's warm with the fire and everything going. But smelling it cold, super, super similar. So that one's kind of a good replacement for Cider Lane, but Cider Lane is definitely second place for me. Normally, the Lavender and Spring Apricot would be second place for me, but I have a newer one that boomed it down to third, and that is Strawberry Soda. I feel like a lot of people online have been talking about it and they enjoy it, and they're glad that it's coming back for semi-annual sale. So if you are interested in this one, you should definitely smell it this SAS. But I feel like people aren't as obsessed with it as I am. There's something about it. I don't know. I don't know if it's something to do with my body chemistry and just the way it smells on me or what, but I think it smells so yummy. So it is fresh strawberries, bubbly seltzer, and crushed ice. One of the reasons I like strawberry soda so much is because it's literally a strawberry fragrance. I feel with all of their other strawberry fragrances, it's kind of like strawberry paired with some other thing, and that other thing kind of just like throws me off. Like, I do love strawberry pound cake, but it's like strawberries paired with a gourmand fragrance. So it's not like a true strawberry scent. And then like the Berry Buttercup Bellini fragrance, it's like a very floral version of strawberry. They even had one wild strawberry that has kind of like this bourbon woodsy fragrance note to it. A strawberry bourbon vanilla one, same thing. It had like this kind of warm, musky, sweet undertone to it. But this one is just like straight up fruity strawberries, and that's what makes me love it. I can smell the fizziness of the soda, and it smells cold and sugary and zesty. It's just perfect. It just has like this yummy candy sour gummy worm smell to it when it's on my skin, and it just smells so good. So that one definitely jumped up to the top ranks, and that one is also, like I said, available this semi-annual sale, so you'll have to check it out. Okay, we need a drum roll, please. And the winner for the candles, in my opinion, the best smelling candle fragrance of all time is Summer Boardwalk. I feel like that might be an unpopular opinion, but I love this candle. So this is the newer packaging I have of it. This is an older packaging I have of it, and it's got kind of like the fairgrounds imagery in the back. This one's just called Boardwalk, the other one's Summer Boardwalk, whatever, it's the same thing. So reasons I love this candle: it's strong. I love strong candles, but in a nice way. I love it because it's pretty much what I wish all of the popcorn candles that they've ever made smell like, because it has sweetness to it as well. So you do get like the buttery popcorn salty situation, but it also has a little bit of a caramel apple to it. As you saw me talking about Cider Lane, you'll know that I love caramel apple. But the notes: caramel glazed popcorn, warm taffy apple, and salty sweet cream. I love the combination of salty and sweet, and I think the reason I love this candle is because it's the first candle that I burn every fall. In my town, the fair comes in very, very early September, and so that's kind of my transition to switch from summer fragrances to fall fragrances, and so this candle gives me fall hype. Fall is my favorite season, and so when I smell this, I just get that excited feeling inside, like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be fall, and so that's why I love this candle. It just smells so good. I need to stop saying that. I feel like every time I've showed you something, I'm just like, oh, it smells so good. Number 1, best fragrance for body care. I've gone through so many bottles of my number 1 favorite fragrance for body care. And so this packaging that I'm about to show you is ones that I haven't even really used yet, but I did finish up a bunch of empties of it last time. But the winner, the grand winner for body care for me, Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. Marshmallow pumpkin latte. It's the best. Like I was saying with the Waikiki beach coconut, this is the fragrance that started it all for me. And so not only does it smell good on my skin, not only does it make me happy when I smell it, but it brings back nostalgia, and it just makes me feel like this is the original, like, this is why I love Bath & Body Works. And so all of the memories associated with it, the fact that when I smell it, I'm transported to fall, which is my favorite. Okay, so the notes, they are pumpkin latte, toasted marshmallow, creamy sandalwood, and praline musk. This packaging isn't even the cutest one in my opinion. In fact, this is one of the uglier packagings that they've had in the past, but I've had some really cute ones. The spray's pretty cute. I like the spray all right, but they've had some really cute ones more recently and further away. So like last year they had this one over here, like kind of a bakery shop theme, and that one was adorable. And then even before that they had like the chalkboard kind of theme, also adorable. But something that I have in my collection that is a little bit on the older side but very fun. Let's see, this is from 2016. I don't know if I have the heart to use it, but look how cute. It's a bubble bath. 2-in-1 bubble bath body wash. I've used it maybe once, but when things start to turn like vintage or like rare or special to me or like a novelty item, I have a hard time using it because I don't want it to ever go away. But yeah, I love Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte so much. They have made this in a candle and it's good in the candle, but I find that it's surprisingly soft. So if you like candles that aren't too overpowering in the gourmand department, but you still want like a good pumpkin-y candle, Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte might do the trick for you. But yeah, that was my number one. Summer Boardwalk in the candle and Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte in the body care. Those are my top 2 favorite of all time fragrances. Now, if I had done a top 12 favorite candles and made them all candles, or top 12 favorite body cares, that would be interesting, and that might be something I need to do later because that would definitely change my answers. But right now, as of summer, beginning of summer 2022, these are my favorites. So you will have to let me know down in the comments below if we share any favorites, or just let me know what you're enjoying currently. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I also hope that you're able to smell some of these fragrances in the store because a lot of them are going to be available for a semi-annual sale like I mentioned. If you enjoyed this top 12 favorites, then definitely give me a thumbs up down below so that I know, and I will be seeing you next Monday. Bye!